Hello friends, do you love tea and natural wellness products as much as I do? I've partnered with Positively Tea and Positively Botanicals, and I can honestly say I drink their organic loose leaf tea almost every day, and I love it. From organic teas to natural remedies, they offer high-quality products that support a healthy, mindful lifestyle. When you shop through my affiliate link, you not only discover amazing products for yourself, but you also help support the podcast. Visit the link in the show notes to explore their selections today. And for you coffee lovers, they have you covered as well. Treat yourself, support the show, and keep connecting with the natural world. Welcome, friends, to the Forest Connection. I am so grateful that you're here with me today. I'm always thankful that I have all my listeners. I mean, it's you who keep me going with this podcast and the Nature Wanderer podcast as well. So I'm really grateful that you're here with me today. And talking about being grateful and thankful, yes, Thanksgiving was just a week ago, and Christmas is just around the corner, and this seems to be the time of year when everyone starts to think about gratitude and thankfulness. And I thought we would talk a little bit about gratitude this week. Now, I'm not talking about the automatic politeness, which unfortunately I also see a lot of lack of this time of year. Yeah, I'm the type where I will say thank you all the time to just about everybody, but I am a grateful, thankful person, and I know there's a lot of people out there who are not that way. They're just always in such a hurry, and, that's okay too. They have their way, they have things going on in their life, and they just don't have time to be thankful or grateful for what they have. They don't think about it, and that's what we're going to talk a little bit about today. So this is not about the automatic politeness where someone does something for you, no matter how small, and you just say thank you just because that's what we were taught to do when we were younger. At least I was. My parents always taught me to say thank you when someone did something good for you. And if you did something good for them, which I hope you do, and they say thank you, you say you're welcome. It drives me nuts when I say thank you to someone and they just go about their way and just don't even acknowledge you. It's like, okay, well, whatever. I'm grateful for you. Thank you for all you did. But yeah, that does happen this time of year too. But I want to talk more about the heartfelt, the embodied gratitude. And later in this episode, I'm going to share with you several practical gratitude practices that you can begin using in your daily life. Simple ways to reconnect with yourself, with nature, and with the world around you. So let's explore gratitude through the lens of health and connection. Well, I certainly hope it's not, but maybe the word gratitude is something new to you. Maybe you're not familiar with that word, or maybe you think of gratitude as being thankful to people who are doing things for you, and not so much being thankful for what you have. So what is gratitude? Now, as I was saying earlier, it seems to be lacking these days. And sometimes I'm out and I'm a gentleman. I was born that way. I should say I was raised that way. My parents taught me to be polite, to always help others, to always, be the way people should be. Okay, always helping. So I hold doors for people. They're going into the store, I'll hold the door for them. I will let someone go through before I do. Someone drop something, I'll go right over there and pick it up for them. I'm always trying to be a better person. And I don't see a lot of that from other people. I see people pushing other people out of the way to get there first. It shouldn't be that way. But unfortunately, yeah, it is. So gratitude. Let's talk about that word. It's more than just the thank you, as I said. It's more about, it's more of a mindset. It's, I don't know, you can say a lens, a way of relating to the things around us, our environment. For me, gratitude is like the moment when I'm out in the woods and suddenly I notice the sunlight brushing the tops of the leaves, or the quiet rhythm of a woodpecker tapping in the distance. Or I was out in the woods the other day and I just noticed the breeze blowing across my face. And these are all moments that I appreciate. And the appreciation of these moments, of the wind, the woodpecker, the bird singing, to me, that just rises within me naturally. That gratitude, it just comes out naturally. It's like, oh, I'm so glad that I'm here to witness this. I'm glad and thankful that I have this. So it's not forced on me. It's not scripted like that. Oh, thank you for your help. No, it comes naturally. I guess it's kind of like noticing what's around me. It's being present in the moment. It's recognition of all the things that I have to be thankful for. And the funny thing is, once you start noticing, your brain kind of learns to notice even more. And that gratitude becomes a rhythm. And you start realizing more and more what you have to be thankful for. The things that you have in your life. So that is what gratitude is all about. I want to talk a little bit about how being grateful can actually have a positive effect on your health, both mentally and physically. And much of this information I'm going to give you is backed by science. So it's not some mumbo jumbo that I made up. It's backed by science. And a lot of people they'll attest to this, including myself. I find that when I am very grateful for things, I feel healthier. I feel better. And science has proven that it's not just my imagination. It really is working. So let's look at some of the ways that gratitude can make us healthier. Now, first off, gratitude calms the nervous system. Once again, proven by science. When we are focusing on something positive, the brain actually releases calming neurotransmitters. Stress hormones start to decrease. Your breathing slows, calming you down. And the body kind of shifts into a safe state. All of this happens to your nervous system when you start noticing the gratitude that you have. Now, gratitude also strengthens the immune system. Regular gratitude practices have been correlated with lower inflammation, stronger immune responses, and fewer stress-related illnesses. So just doing a small daily gratitude practice, those little moments can have very measurable effects on your immune system. You may not notice it right away, maybe you will, but you will notice it over time. Maybe if you start doing a gratitude practice every single day, maybe you'll start noticing that you are not getting as many colds. You're not getting sick as often. Try it out. It's been proven by science. Now, the third thing I want to mention is that gratitude reshapes the brain. They have done scans, they've done studies, and they have found that being grateful, practicing gratitude, actually reshapes the brain. Neuroscience, that's study of neurons, shows that practicing gratitude strengthens brain pathways which are associated with joy, emotional balance, and resilience. It becomes easier to access positive emotions, and it's harder for stress to take over because of this. So all of this is happening because of gratitude. Now, the fourth thing is gratitude improves sleep. At the end of the day, you may have had a rough day. Maybe it was a good day. I hope they're all good days for you, but we all have those days where it's a little bit rough and you just want to go to bed, go to sleep, forget about the whole day, but you have all that mental chatter going on in your brain. And they have found that if you do an end-of-day gratitude practice, maybe some gratitude reflections, and we'll talk about this in a little while, it actually helps to quiet the mental chatter. It's like telling your nervous system, okay, we're done. We can rest now. It's time to get rid of all those things that happen during the day. Let's be grateful for those things. And we'll talk a little bit about that in a minute, too. You're probably thinking, I had a really bad day. How can I be grateful for that? We'll talk about it. And the last thing I want to mention is that gratitude also benefits the heart. Yeah, it benefits heart health. Studies link gratitude practice to lower blood pressure, better heart rate variability, and improved cardiovascular health. Gratitude isn't just a feeling, it's actually a biological event. Your whole body is changing, your health is changing, all because of gratitude, being thankful for what you have. Now you may wonder, how does gratitude connect with the natural world? Well, nature is one of the most powerful catalysts for gratitude. Think about walking in the forest, maybe after rain. I love going out in the forest after a rain. Just the earthy smells rising from the soil, the damp coolness of the air, droplets shimmering on the branches. I always love that, seeing the droplets and the moisture on the leaves and on the branches of the trees. These are the moments that gratitude almost feels automatic. I mean, it comes to me that I'm so thankful for being here. Yeah, nature invites appreciation simply by existing, just by being there. And we need to get out and walk through a forest with gratitude in mind. If you do this, walking through the forest with gratitude, I mean, it's always healthy and good to walk through a forest anyhow, but if you do it with gratitude in mind, being thankful for being there, being thankful for all the things that are around you, everything starts to change. I notice when I have gratitude in mind, when I'm walking through the forest, I slow down. I tread more gently. I listen more carefully. Gratitude, somehow it shifts the way that I move through the forest, through the world. It softens the edges almost. It kind of deepens the connection. I don't know. It reminds me that I'm part of a much larger web of life. I'm part of the universe. I'm part of this forest. I'm part of nature. And I've noticed that gratitude increases my desire to care for the natural spaces around me because I appreciate them more. And when we appreciate something, we want to protect it. And actually, when I was younger, I loved walking out in the woods. I was brought up to appreciate nature. My parents instilled that in me. We always went camping. We always went out into natural areas. We did a lot of outdoor time. My parents hated it when I was indoors. They wanted me outdoors. And I was fortunate. We had a town park right in my backyard for most of my childhood. So I was able to get outdoors more often than a lot of people do. I was always out in that park playing with my best friend who lived a couple of houses down. And we just loved being in nature. We loved all the nature around us. And so I began to appreciate it more and more. And as I got older, I started hanging out at nature centers. And being at the nature centers, I appreciated the nature that was around me more. And I wanted that to be there forever. And I learned that there's people out there who are trying to destroy nature. But I'm not going to get into all of that. All I know is it made me appreciate it more and it made me want to protect it more. That's why I got into a lot of advocacy for nature. That is why I feel that nature and gratitude are very closely connected. Now, I do want to talk about some of the barriers to gratitude. Before we move into the practical part of the episode, the practices that I want to mention and how you can do some of these gratitude practices to help you along, I do want to talk about some of the barriers. Okay, there are barriers to gratitude. It's not always easy to be thankful for what you have. I mean, sometimes we get stressed. Maybe we're grieving. Maybe we're just overwhelmed. We have so much going on. Or burned out. Yeah, this is the time of year where we get very overwhelmed and very burned out because we're trying to do too much because of the holidays, trying to please everybody around us. And sometimes we forget about ourselves and we forget to be grateful. So gratitude in these moments can feel like it's impossible to achieve. And that's okay. Remember, that's okay. Gratitude isn't about ignoring the hard stuff or pretending everything is just fine and dandy. No, it's about finding one small point of light within the darkness, even if it's tiny. Sometimes gratitude is simple. I'm grateful I made it through today. Or I'm grateful I'm breathing. Or you could say I'm grateful for the tree outside my window. Small is enough. Small can be very powerful. So don't think that I can only be grateful if I had the best day ever. No, you can have a terrible day and you can still find things to be grateful for. There's people out there who had a worse day than you. I know you may be thinking, I had the worst day ever. I don't think anyone could ever have as bad a day as I just had. I'm sure there are some. Be grateful for the little things. So try to find that tiny little point of light within that darkness that's around you. And that's what you can be thankful for. So let's get into some of the practical gratitude practices that I promised you. So here are a few grounded, simple practices that you can integrate into your life. Now, the first one is what I like to call the nature notice. Choose one element of nature every single day, each day. Maybe it's a cloud, maybe a leaf, a bird call. I always like those. Sunlight, maybe wind, whatever you want, something in nature, some element. Choose one each day and pause long enough to really experience it. even 10 seconds of intentional noticing. Shift the brain into gratitude mode. Maybe you're listening to that bird song. Just shut everything else out and notice that bird song, the way the bird is singing. Maybe the notes, the melody, and just notice it. And just, doesn't have to be long. It can be if you want, but 10 seconds of intentional noticing will shift your brain into gratitude mode. So I'm thankful for this bird song. That's all you need. The second one I call the one sentence gratitude log. Now, hopefully you've grabbed one of my nature journals. They have them online if you didn't get one yet. I really recommend them. Some are guided, some are just open pages, but it's a good place to put your thoughts, your feelings down on paper. I know when I journal, I usually write down, I'll fill an entire page when I'm out journaling. And sometimes I do more than one page, pictures, words. Well, instead of doing that, instead of doing long journaling, write one sentence each day. Just one. Not more, not a whole page, just one sentence. And it can be a short sentence too. That's even better. Something small that you appreciated. Okay, so maybe at the end of the day, one sentence on what you appreciated. Something small that you appreciated during the day. Now remember, consistency matters more than volume in this practice. So just one little thing, one sentence every day. Don't tell me you don't have time for gratitude. Gratitude practices don't take very long. Now, the third practice that I like to use is what I like to call gratitude in motion. So if you're out hiking or walking, maybe you just walk around your neighborhood each day, or maybe once a week, that's fine too. Okay, whether it's in a forest, a neighborhood, or your own backyard, choose one thing during your walk to be grateful for. Maybe it's the sound of the leaves underfoot. Maybe it's a patch of moss that you found. Maybe it's that fresh air you're breathing. Maybe it's simply the ability to move. There's people who can't get out in the forest like you can. Walking gratitude turns movement into mindfulness. So try this one. It's a really easy one. Just sit there and think about what you're grateful for on your walk outdoors. And if you want to, write it down. I always like to write these things down because I can look back at them. Especially when I'm having a rough day, I can look back and say, yeah, I shouldn't be worried about this. I have so much in my life to be grateful for. Okay, the next one I want to talk about is gratitude for the body. This is one you can do indoors, although I always like to get you outdoors. But you can pick one part of the body to appreciate each day. Maybe it's your lungs, maybe your feet, maybe your hands. I'm always grateful for my hands. I love working with my hands. I love doing crafts. I love doing woodworking. I love doing wire sculptures. I mean, I really appreciate all that my hands allow me to do. Maybe it's your eyes. Maybe your heart. Think about one part. Even if that part hurts. I actually twisted my ankle, and it's been hurting quite a bit. I have to wear a brace. Did have x-rays. Nothing's wrong. Nothing's broken. It's just a really bad sprain. It's been bothering me for a couple of weeks, and I don't let it get better because I keep walking and walking. You know me. I love hiking. But anyhow, I'm still grateful for my ankle. Without my ankle, even if it hurts, I wouldn't be able to do the hikes that I do. I want to be able to walk in the places that I do. So even if the body part hurts, that's all right. If it's not working perfectly, be thankful for what it still does do for you. Now, this practice, I really like it because it builds kindness towards yourself. A lot of times we think about gratitude. Oh, I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for that. Well, sometimes you have to be thankful for yourself too. So that's why I like this one, the gratitude for the body. Now, the next practice that you can try is what's called the pause before practice. Before you begin something, maybe driving to, I don't know, work, eating, before working on something, pause for a couple of seconds. Just 2 seconds, okay? And silently say, I'm grateful for this moment, and really mean it when you say it. I'm grateful for this moment. Even if you do it before there's something that you really don't want to do, think about this moment. I'm grateful for this moment. This tiny shift sets the tone for everything that follows. And hopefully, it'll make that thing that you're going to do all that much better. Now, the next one is gratitude letters or messages. Choose someone who's impacted your life and tell them that they've impacted your life. Tell them that you're grateful for them and why you're grateful for them. You can do it in a text, maybe write them a note, maybe a phone call, or even silently in your mind. Just think how grateful you are for them. I always think it's nice, though, to tell them because it makes them feel better. It makes their day so much better. On Thanksgiving, I got a nice text message from my brother who lives on the other side of the country, so we don't get to see each other very often. But my older brother, he sent a text message to me and my other brother, and he basically told us right out how grateful he was for us and all we do and our families. And yes, so it just made my day reading that. The next one I want to talk about, the next practice is the end of day nature recall. At night, you can do this when you're in bed, right before you go to sleep. Close your eyes and recall one moment of nature from that day. It doesn't have to be nature. I always like to incorporate nature, though, in my end of day nature recall. I don't always, but every single night before I go to bed, I close my eyes, and I'm going to talk about something a little while that I also do with it. The next one, actually, the gratitude object. But I close my eyes, and I just think about the day and all the things that happened during the day, all the great things that happened during the day. And I ask myself, what is the most important thing that you're grateful for? Or another way to put it is, what are you the most grateful for that happened during the day today? And I think about that, and I think about why I'm grateful. And I thank the universe for giving me that moment. So it's an end of day ritual. I do it every single day. Most of the time, it's some moment in nature, but I don't always get out into nature every single day. So it's always just what happened during the day. And maybe it's not something in nature, but think about it. Think about what you are most grateful for. What happened during the day that you are most grateful? It can be something small. It doesn't have to be some huge thing that happened. And it can be something that, I don't know, maybe it's just the sky you saw through your windshield while you were driving all day. I don't know. Let yourself feel that moment again. The brain reacts as if though it's happening now. So that's why it's good to recall it, so that you get that feeling of gratitude once again. And I did kind of briefly teaser, this one. Gratitude objects. Maybe keep a stone, a leaf, a shell, some natural object in your pocket that you can carry around all day, or on your desk. Or I actually have mine. I have a rock. Actually, I have two rocks. One is from Iceland. It's a volcanic rock that I picked up in Iceland. When I saw it, it called to me. We'll put it that way. I just had to have it. It's really small. It's not that big. The other rock I actually got from Puerto Rico. And it just, another one that just called to me. It just gave me this feeling of joy when I saw it. So I grabbed those two, and they sit on my nightstand. And every night I grab one or the other, and I hold it in my hand with my eyes closed, and I think about everything that happened during the day. I run it through my mind, and I pick one moment of the day, hopefully in nature, but one moment of the day that I am most grateful for. And that is what I think about. So take these rocks, that object, keep it in your pocket or in your desk, and whenever you touch it, pause and name one thing you're grateful for. This actually anchors the gratitude to a physical habit. Now, the next practice you can try is gratitude for challenges. This one isn't always easy, but it's very powerful. When you're faced with a challenge in your life, ask yourself, what is this challenge teaching me? Or maybe you want to say, how might this help me grow? You don't have to like the challenge that you're facing. You just have to acknowledge that there is a lesson to be learned from it. Something in this challenge that you can be grateful for. Once again, it can be something tiny. Try to find that little spot of light in that darkness. So this is a good one. Whenever you're faced with a challenge, ask yourself, what is this challenge teaching me? Or how might this help me grow? Now, the final one, this is the final practice that you can try, is the morning sunlight gratitude. Step outside in the morning for at least 30 seconds. It doesn't have to be real long. If you want to go longer, that's even better. But just 30 seconds. I know in my neck of the woods, it's pretty cold. It's been pretty cloudy. We've had a little snow already. It's chilly. You don't want to be outside very long, but hey, put a jacket on. Then you can stay out longer. I'm not telling you go out without your jacket on in the cold. No, just step outside at least 30 seconds in the morning and expose your eyes to the natural light. Feel the warmth or maybe the coolness of the air. Say one thing that you're grateful to begin the day with. What are you grateful for? This practice actually supports your circadian rhythm, it supports your mood, and it supports your energy for the day. So it's a good practice. Get out in the sunlight, expose your eyes to natural light. It can be cloudy. It doesn't have to be sunny. Don't look directly at the sun, please. You can do damage to your eyes that way. But just expose yourself to the natural light. We spend way too much time indoors with artificial light. Get outdoors. Absorb the energy from the sun. Gratitude is one of these practices that grows the more that we share it. It doesn't have to be big or elaborate, as I was saying. It's the little sparks of appreciation throughout your day that can actually shift your emotions and your connection to the natural world. As you move through the rest of today, look for one tiny moment of beauty. Let yourself pause long enough to feel that moment of beauty. And enjoy the rest of your day with gratitude. Yeah. Feel that gratitude. Don't just pretend. Don't just say thank you to everyone. I mean, yes, I do hope you do that. I'm always thanking people who help me out, but also appreciate all that you have. Even if you don't have a lot, you have a lot. So thank you for joining me today. I am so grateful for you. I really am. If you're enjoying the Forest Connection, I'd really love it and appreciate and thank you for sharing the show with someone who might benefit from it. So until next time, breathe deeply, walk gently, and stay connected. Hello, friends. I hope you're out wandering through nature, exploring the natural world around you. Do you enjoy writing about your wanderings? Nature journaling is an awesome, fun way to remember all the adventures you have taken and how you felt during those journeys. If you're looking for some beautiful journals to keep track of all your wanderings, I have several available on Amazon, including some guided journals for children. Start your journey in journaling by clicking on the link in the show notes. Keep exploring the nature around you and keep journaling all your wanderings. Hey there, fellow nature wanderers. If you're like me, you love spending time outdoors, breathing in that fresh air and connecting with the natural world. But at home, have you ever thought about what's in the products you use every single day? That's why I'm excited to share Apple Valley Natural Soap with you. Their handcrafted all-natural soaps are made with organic ingredients, essential oils, and no harsh chemicals. Awesome! So they're not only great for your skin, but they're safe for the planet. And they don't just stop at soap. Apple Valley Natural Soap also carries a full line of natural skincare products, including shampoos, body butters, facial bars, and more. All designed to nourish your skin without synthetic ingredients. You can't beat that. That's just awesome. Whether you're hiking in the woods or just winding down after a long day, their products bring a little bit of nature right into your home. And the best part? By supporting Apple Valley Natural Soap through The Nature Wanderer, you're also supporting this podcast. Just head to the show notes and click on the link for Apple Valley Natural Soap. So go ahead, treat yourself and the environment to something better. Your skin and Mother Nature will thank you. Now let's get on with our adventure.